Hey guys, it's Felissa Rose, and you're listening to and watching The 13th Wolfman.
Hey everyone, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know what? I went out, I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane with John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Well, you know what I got to say about it? Yeah, it was a great movie. I loved this movie. I loved everything about this movie. Mary Elizabeth Winstead wakes up in a bunker. It's an underground bomb shelter / bunker, call it what you want. And she's chained to the wall. She's kind of freaked out a little bit, not quite sure what's going on. John Goodman comes in and says, guess what? It's the end of the world out there. You're stuck here. What do you do? What is it that you wind up doing for the next, as long as the movie is the next hour and a half. But I mean, you're stuck down there with a person that just wants to keep you down there, and you're not quite sure what their motives are. What do you wind up doing? I think I would be in the same boat that Mary is. Yeah, you want to believe what he says, but you got no proof. So, she goes along with the story. And she stays down there for quite a bit. You know what? Overall, this movie was a great film. Honestly. I can't think of anything bad to say about it. John Goodman, his acting was just so, honestly, he should get an Oscar for this, but he's not going to get an Oscar for this because it comes out too close to when the Oscars are over. So he could wipe that off the map, even though it's one of his best performances ever. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I love Mary Elizabeth. I think she does a great job in these kinds of films. I would love to see her do a lot more horror. I know she's done some horror, but I'd love to see her do a lot more. I really love her energy. She's a very beautiful young lady. Just fun to watch. This movie has got everything that I wanted. It's got the intensity. It's got the suspense. It's got the story. A lot of people are complaining about the ending. I don't know why. I mean, it's really weird. A few weeks ago, I reviewed The Witch, which I didn't think had anything, anything when it came to intensity and suspense and whatnot. But I love the ending, and now here's a movie that I love, and I think it's got the intensity and suspense that everyone's hating the ending. Did I just wake up in a weird parallel universe? How odd is that? Dan Trachtenberg, this is his directorial film debut. I'll say this, I think he does a great job. I love the way that the movie comes off. It comes off as you feel like, it's going to be a one-set movie, and it is a one-set movie, but the set's huge. I mean, that bunker, the ideas of how big that bunker is, because Goodman's character says he put it underneath his house on his farm. I'm thinking he'd put it underneath his backyard on his farm, because just the idea of how many rooms there are in this place, it just seems huge. He's got like every kind of convenience to keep him happy while he's down there. Some movies, he even says, he goes, I got some on VHS and I got some on DVD. No Blu-ray, but it's kind of funny. It's like the VHS movies, I mean, if it was me, I would think that they would wear out the easiest. It's a good movie. I highly recommend 10 Cloverfield Lane. The other thing that's kind of funny is that it's a sequel to 2008's Cloverfield in name only. Honestly, I never saw the original Cloverfield. I said this on the Dorkening the other day. I never saw it. It was one of those movies that got super overhyped, so I just kind of ignored it when it came out. I still haven't seen it. It's 8 years later. But when I was reading about this movie and finding out that that the film is basically, it's just basically, like I said, a sequel in name only. It doesn't really have anything to do with Cloverfield. I was like, cool. I went there, I saw this without seeing the original film, and I'm glad that I did, because I don't need to see the original film to see this film. This movie is a standalone film that you can enjoy. I give this 4 chainsaws out of 4. I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah, there's a couple little things that you can whine and complain about, but to be honest, I think it's, you know, it's got 1 or 2 flaws, but it's still a perfect film. I really enjoyed it. I love the intensity. I love the suspense. I love the portrayal of the actors. So there you go. Check it out. 10 Cloverfield Lane at a theater near you. I'm the 13th Wolfman, and I'm on the prowl.